NASCAR refuses to let Parker Kligerman have his feel-good moment in the sport. Plus, Pitbull and Trackhouse part ways mutually. Welcome back into the Breaking Bob channel. I just did this video about 15 minutes ago, but it turns out the video was incorrect because I had Parker Kligerman winning the truck race at Daytona. And about 4 or 5 minutes ago, it turns out that is not correct. So first of all, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button because I'm always talking NASCAR and racing on a daily basis. But it is official. NASCAR has DQ'd Parker Kligerman from the Truck Series Daytona race. The number 75 Henderson Motorsports truck was disqualified following post-race inspection for being too low in the rear. So by default, Corey Heim, who finished second to Parker Kligerman when the caution came out on the final lap, will be the new winner at Daytona. Yay. No, in all seriousness, I'm glad for Corey Heim. It's a great story, but I think everyone was rooting for Parker Kligerman. This is a guy who last year stepped away from Xfinity Series and full-time racing and had that great moment in the round of 12 at the Xfinity Roval race where it looked like he was going to be an upset Cinderella story and make it into the next round. Was just feet from the finish line to take that caution checkered flag. But NASCAR said no, there was a little bit too much between him and the finish line. We're going to have to re-rack. And then ultimately he lost that race. Parker handled it with class. And Parker said, I still love this sport, even though maybe it doesn't love me back. And then it rewarded him tonight at one of the greatest stages at all, Daytona International Speedway. And then to have this happen, at least he got to at least celebrate in victory lane, hold the trophy, take a few pictures. But dang, man, that is just, that's tough there. That's disappointing. This would have been Parker Kligerman's first Truck Series win since Mid-Ohio back in 2022, but instead, nope, he's just going back to full-time duty at the CW tomorrow. Parker, do not call out of work. You still have to call the Xfinity Daytona race as you join the coverage there full-time for 2025, as well as still, he is the pit reporter on NBC's NASCAR coverage as well. But man, that is just disappointing. I thought Parker Kligerman had finally his breakthrough moment after the Xfinity race last year, but nope, not to be. So Corey Heim instead is your winner. Corey Heim, congratulations. You are locked into the playoffs if anyone was worried, but it is still big for Tricon to get their prospect into victory lane. There's even rumors he will be taking a few Cup Series starts for Tricon in 2025. Something to watch there. But with Kligerman's DQ, that does bump Frankie Muniz into the top 10. He will be joining the Truck Series full-time this year, and Malcolm found himself in the middle of the lead lap as he got through all the carnage on that final lap that caused the caution. There was multiple incidents, but Muniz found himself finishing P10 now, plus history was made tonight as Norm Benning at the spry young age of 73 years old is the oldest driver to finish on the lead lap in any of the NASCAR major series. Congratulations to Norm Benning. Let me know your thoughts down below about the Truck Series race tonight at Daytona. I thought the racing actually was pretty strong overall. I thought there was a lot of good runs. Some inexperienced drivers there, but that's what happens when there's not a ton of on-track practice, when you have to throw them out there like that. I think that's what you get sometimes. But overall, I think it would have been a great story if Parker Kligerman had gotten it, but I think overall tonight, the fans that were there got their money's worth. There was definitely more than 12 or 13 fans there. Hope Corey LaJoy was watching. Moving on, the Daytona Duels ratings are in, and it was the #1 cable broadcast on TV last night. 1.8 million viewers tuned into FS1, up 12%, and it was the best duels rating on TV since 2018. The best duel rating on TV in over 7 years. So massive for NASCAR, as it seems like the sport is in such a healthy place. There's endless storylines, endless excitement as we go into 2025. It just seems like the sport is trending in the right direction, as it seems like motorsports is booming in a whole in America right now. And one of those teams that has been at the forefront of the motorsports boom in America is Trackhouse Racing. And Trackhouse announced today a massive change in their ownership group as Pitbull tweeted out today he will be ending his partnership with Trackhouse. Quote, over the past 5 years, we've made history by introducing NASCAR to a whole new audience and falling in love with NASCAR fans at the same time. We've made the decision to terminate the partnership with Trackhouse Racing, effective immediately. We're looking forward to performing on the sport's biggest stage this Sunday, the Daytona 500. It's a true honor. Dale! Please don't unsubscribe. I had to say Dale. I just felt right. So big time shakeup at Trackhouse. Pitbull was just a minority owner, but he was the face of that team when they really got going the first few years. as the just kind of ambassador for Trackhouse. I mean, he even has an album entitled Trackhouse, so he was all in it, felt like, although there was rumors last year that there was some kind of ownership changes potentially with Pitbull on his way out. Both sides disputed that, but when there's smoke, there's fire. And clearly, the weekend of the Daytona 500 for something to come out there, that is very interesting time. Justin Marks, the Trackhouse owner, though, did tweet out after Trackhouse confirmed the news, quote, "This is a great business story. Armando came in when we had no certainty of any material success and took a chance to help build a brand. Now that we've scaled up and have new partners, he has been able to be rewarded for the impacts he's made. A great investment on both ends. Excited for what he has done next. Dolly, again, please, if it's on there, I have to read it. It's a quote. But regardless, I think that is a little bit more telling that maybe it wasn't just a complete clashing of the heads. Maybe Pitbull just said, okay, I've gotten my investment, my money, my ROI is worth, and I would just like to step out of. Maybe it's because of some changes creatively. Maybe he wants to see Daniel Suarez in that team full time. Maybe they have plans otherwise. But I think that is something telling there how Justin Marks phrased that is that, well, we gave him everything he wanted and it was just time to take on something new. So I think that is telling there that, okay, well, Pitbull, maybe it wasn't all bad. But I mentioned Daniel Suarez, and that's got to leave you wondering, what does the future look like for the 99 driver? Of course, with a crowded Trackhouse stable. Ross Chastain and SVG are alongside Suarez full-time in the Cup Series. Plus, you've got Connor Zilisch in the wings developmentally. Who knows how long it'll take before he's ready out of the Xfinity Series? 1 year, maybe 2 years, but Daniel Suarez definitely doesn't seem like has a lot of time. He seems like he is the odd man out of Trackhouse, and with Pitbull being so closely linked to Suarez when they both got to Trackhouse, when they absorbed Chip Ganassi Racing, it just felt like as long as Pitbull was there, Daniel Suarez at least had a chance to be there full time. And now maybe that's not the case, but maybe I'm just looking too far into it. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below about Pitbull leaving Trackhouse's ownership group. Plus, what a Daytona truck race with Parker Kligerman pulling the upset. Once again, if you liked what you saw, like this video, subscribe to Breaking Bob. Helps me out a ton here. I'll see you soon. Tomorrow, we've got the ARCA coverage early in the morning, plus the Xfinity late in the day. Parker Kligerman, I'll see you there. Stay tuned for more.